Hello there, this is 𝐍𝐻𝐄𝐒 and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, we're going to be having a look at the patch notes for the new season in the game. And that is the Year of the Snake season. Now, by the time this video is out, the season already begun, but I'm actually recording it a day before because just today they released this patch notes. It was very late. Even the content creator official ones got this patch notes very late, but hey, here we go. We're gonna read through them and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because when you do these things, you're telling YouTube that this whole thing, the channel, the video and everything is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, I can continue making these videos for you, given that the channel continues growing. So go ahead, go for 𝐍𝐻𝐄𝐒, for the content and all of that good stuff. But alright, so, like I said, it was really late. I think it's because of the holidays and everything that GameLove did not release this patch notes like a week before, as they normally do. But hey, here we are. So, let's read through it. Year of the Snakes, and it says, a new season is upon us, and we're celebrating the Year of the Snake, bringing wisdom, charm, elegance, and some hardcore metal. Get ready for Avenged Sevenfold own special event, our season highlight. And first thing, it's a special event. We got the Pininfarina Teorema special event. This new concept car will be the star of the show, with the Vision 1789, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, the Spagna 2015 GTA Spano, the FV Frangivento Sorpasso GT3, and the Nissan GTR Neon Edition alongside it. So basically, it's gonna be the special event for the Pininfarina Teorema with all of these cars as support. Now, they are considerably rare cars, so don't get your hopes up that, oh, I'm gonna be able to unlock this easily. No, it does require quite a bit of rare cars. So I guess the most common ones are gonna be the SF90 Stradale and the Vision. I mean, the Vision you can get through the multiplayer rewards, but still the rest, oh jeez. Anyway, next special event for the Avenged Sevenfold special event. This event is sure to strike a power chord with our legends, as Avenged Sevenfold takes center stage along with the new Ford Shelby Super Snake as the frontman. The opening act will be packed with classics such as the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 3.8, the Glickhouse 004C, the McLaren GT, the Lotus ER9, and the Kepler Motion. So this special event is mostly gonna be the special event for the Ford Shelby, I suppose. That's the whole idea, right? And you're gonna get blueprints and all. It's basically like a regular event. It's named Avenged Sevenfold. It's gonna be somewhat thematic, I suppose. And the support cars are gonna be the Porsche, the Glickhouse, the McLaren GT, Lotus ER9, and Kepler. I'm looking forward to maybe getting some more blueprints for the McLaren GT. But hey, honestly, I don't find this super interesting. I find a little bit curious that this is a Shelby in Class A, but hey, you've seen it, so there you go. Next up, we got the ATS Automobili GT Special Edition. First off the drawing board with a brand new event. This event also features the Aston Martin Vantage V12 2022, the Arash AF8 Falcon Edition, the Ferrari 296 GTB, and the Peugeot 9X8. This one being, honestly, even more than the main car, the Automobili ATS GT. The more interesting one I would imagine is going to be the Peugeot 9X8, because that is a pretty good, from what I understand, pretty good Class A car. I don't know because I don't own it, but hey. So yeah, not particularly. Also, worth mentioning that this car did get a special hunt last year, I think. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, so for example, I have it mine at 5 stars, I think on the Switch, 6 stars. But hey, still, there you go. Year of the Snake Unleashed, ending the season with some fireworks, featuring the SSC Tuatara, the Zenvo TSRS, the W Motor Fenner Super Sport, the Zenvo TS1 GT Anniversary, and the Achlani Dracuma. So that is gonna be kind of good, I suppose. So wait a second. Unleashed. And normally this Unleashed is for one single car, but it is mentioned as a special event. So I don't know exactly what they mean by this. Is gonna be a special event without a main car featured, and instead the car there's no main car, but there's all of these cars, and you're gonna be able to get blueprints for them. I don't know how this is gonna work. It seems to me that that's gonna be the case. The SEC Tuatara, I suppose, is gonna be the main objective, but it's not like it's the SEC Tuatara special event. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. From this, obviously, the Tuatara, really good. Zenvo TSRS, oh, how I want that car, but I don't know how it performs. The Fenners, Zenvo TS, this is Class S as well. Achlani Dracuma. All right, well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about it. SSC Tuatara should be the thing that people would be most interested about. Then we got the Grand Prix for the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM. This marks the first time this stylish Alfa Romeo will be joining the Grand Prix for Switch and PlayStation players. Yeah, This is another one of these events that we didn't get on the Switch because of all the seasons that they skipped. And obviously for the PlayStation, who are all of them new, well, yeah, there you go. So, I don't know, not particularly excited about this car. Honestly, I don't care for it, but I guess I'm gonna try. Then we got the Starway event, Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider. You know, that's returning, so whatever, let's just move forward. Then we got the time-limited events. Skyline Speed, fly high across the high-altitude highways of the Chicago track with the McLaren F1 LM. Skyline, I was kind of thinking of Nissan, but okay, whatever. McLaren F1 in Chicago. I mean, that car drifts really good, so that could help it. But Jesus Christ, you know what are my thoughts on the Chicago map in general, especially with fast cars, so oof. Okay, anyway, preparing for Blue Monday. We try our best to keep the blues away by tumbling down the snow in the Himalayas aboard the Celine S1. Okay, that's kind of nice. This is a considerably rare car, so kind of good to see. Clean Energy Tour. The DSC-10's performance leads the Green Energy Pack in this low-emission event. It features other electric cars like the original DSC-10s, the Automobile Pininfarina Battista, and the Apex AP0. All of these cars are relatively common in the sense that the Battista by now it's also on the Legends store, so you know, all of this, except I suppose for the DSC-10's performance, but the rest are just cars that you're gonna get blueprints for relatively quickly, well, relatively easy in the main game. Year of the Snake. Slid down the tracks aboard the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Oh, no, it's the Super Trofeo, okay. The moment I read Huracan and I read Evo, I started like, oh my god, here we go. No, it's not the Huracan Evo Spider. It's the Huracan Super Trofeo Evo, the one in Class D. The Ferrari 488 GTB Challenge Evo. 488 GTB Challenge Evo. Isn't it just 488 Challenge Evo? I don't think it goes GTB. Anyway. And the Lamborghini S18. This is an event that I've seen repeating like year after year. I don't know exactly why those three cars, but a very long time ago, that's actually how I unlocked those three cars in one 10 pack. The key was in all of them. So, hey, I imagine you're going to be able to get blueprints and the key for the cars if you want to spend tokens. So there you go. The Mazda 105th anniversary. What a random number with the 105. Is that an important number for Mazda? Can anybody tell me? Because it just seems random. 100 makes sense. 110 makes sense. But 105? Why not 106? 103? Anyway, we celebrate this awe-inspired milestone with the Mazda Furai. Okay. Groundhog Day. Fight the feeling of deja vu with some Formula E. Alright, that's kind of cool. If you missed out on getting some blueprints for the Formula E, this is probably the opportunity for you to get, maybe not directly through the time-limited events other than a couple, but you know, spending some tokens to buy the packs. And finally, the important part, car hunts, featuring in order the excuse me, I almost said it wrong. The Tomato P900, the 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐒 004, the Donkerboard D8 GTO, and a key hunt for the Acura NSX GT3 Evo. I was actually saying on Discord earlier that these hunts, if I was newer in the game, these hunts would actually excite me. Because all of these are cars that I like. The Tomato, it's a very racing looking car. I like it. 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐒, very racing looking car. I like it. The NSX GT3 Evo, actually one of my favorite cars in Class C in terms of looks. Well, you know, along with others, but still, I really like this car. Also very nice. The Donkerboard, I may not like so much in terms of looks, but I have appreciation for that car from the times of Asphalt 8. And it's a lot of fun to drive in this game, even if it's not an amazing performer, but still, I think it's a fantastic car to drive. So, yeah, at least now we know what the car hunts are going to be, and this will help you decide if you want to get or not the event pass in order to make some of these hunts easier. If I were to tell you which ones I think are the most worth it, probably would be... It's tough to say. The 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐒, simply because it's one of the better ones in Class D. In case you do Clash, this is probably going to be useful. And I don't know, the Tomato or the Acura NSX. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. I suppose the Acura, but I think these two are gonna be comparable, the Acura and the Tomato. So hey, who knows? Yeah, you're gonna have to decide. And just to finish the patch notes, those are all the events that you can expect to be racing onto Asphalt Legends Unite this season. And don't forget to join our blah blah blah. So there you go, those are the patch notes, and well, once again, they were super late with these patch notes, like I just mentioned. By the time this video is being released, the season already started, so all of this stuff is going on. For right now that I'm recording, it hasn't started yet, but, you know, I will actually make a proper test of the Tomato P900 to try to help you decide if you want to go for the car hunt or not, but that will have to be a little bit later in the week. For now, how about we do just a couple of races with it? I mean, just look at that thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's the Tomato, of course. I don't know, what can I tell you? I really like the look of this car. It's like the regular, the Tomato, what is it, the P72, the one in Class A, but this is the racing version, which to Game Love means that it's a much lower class, but I'm not complaining. I get to own this car and drive it, so why not? Now, before I actually jump into the races, I thought of showing you precisely a little bit of the difference between the two cars that I was just thinking, should you go for the Tomato or should you go for the Acura NSX GT3 Evo? Now, granted, again, you're gonna have time to do both, but what I'm saying is for which one should you try to cover with the event pass if you're thinking about getting the event pass, which again helps a lot to make progress in the hunt. So just looking at the position of the cars over here, they're relatively close. We have first the Acura NSX GT3 Evo, and a few cars later we have the Tomato over here. Now, having a look at the stats, the Tomato, you know, it accelerates decently, quite decently for Class C with 80. By the way, this is max without epics applied, so just basically upgrade it as high as possible, no epics. So that's how you're gonna get it from the car hunt itself. So 333 versus... oh boy, this is gonna take a little bit to do. Anyway, versus 312. So obviously, it looks like the other one is much faster by, what is that, 21 kilometers an hour. But let's not forget that this car also has the perfect nitro boost, which helps it a bit, quite a bit. Now, the acceleration, for example, over here, 73 does look low compared to the 80 of the Tomato. So yeah, that's a thing to consider. But look at the handling and nitro of this, 58 and 56 versus 84 and 72. So in that sense, that's where this car is pretty strong. And also the better nitro obviously helps, like I said, with the nitro boost, perfect nitro boost that this thing has. But anyway, the one that we're going to be testing is this one because reasons. And as you can see over here, the season is about to end in some hours. So this again tells you that I'm recording this the day before. And I'm going to be playing in MP2 because currently in MP1, I'm way too... well, I mean, I haven't played a whole lot, but I'm in Platinum. So that is a bit too high of a league to try to bring a Class C car. Because, by the way, the Tomato belongs to like Silver 3 or something. So yeah, that's 2 full leagues ahead that I am. So yeah, that's why we're going to be doing it in MP2. And don't mind me having selected this car. Hold on, where's the Tomato? There we go. And I changed the color just because I normally like driving it in white. But hey, for a little bit of variety, might as well do it in blue. Let's see how it does over here in MP2. Given that the rank of 3500... oh boy, for a Class C car, this is going to be tough because it's going to put it a lot against a ton of Class B, Class A, and even some Class S. Yeah, no, like I said, there's a little bit of everything in this race. You can see, well, there's a Centenario, which is Class S, though that's low Class S, but I did see another Class S that I'm... oh yeah, the Icona, look at that. So anyway, we'll see how this works. I have said before how I believe that this higher tier cars of a certain class are no good in MP2 because they're too overranked, which is like the case on this car. Again, with a top speed of 333 kilometers an hour, that is okay for Class C, but that's about it. Compared to everything else, even the low Class S cars are still gonna go much, much faster than this. So that is something to keep in mind. And now, especially since it's Ghost Slipstream, well, even worse because, of course, what you wanted... oh my... yes, I did a mistake. Thank you for pointing that out, lady. Yeah, this is the worst case scenario for a car that is not very fast, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And then I did mess up, so there is that. So that's why I said that I actually want to test this car in MP1. And once the new season begins and whatnot, like I said, in a few days from now, I will make a video testing this thing in MP1 and see how it does. Now, I'm still gonna be considerably... I think I'm in my Switch, I am in Gold League somewhere. So after this season resets, or the multiplayer, I guess, season resets, I'm gonna be in probably like Gold 2 or whatever I'm gonna be. I think in Gold this will be able to do relatively alright, but we'll see how that goes. For now, let's pretend that this race didn't happen. Maybe I should just load it from the video. Hold on, let me just do that. Oh, and in case you wanted to see what I was racing, F1 LM, SF90 Stradale, Centenario, Volcano, Speedtail. So look at this. This is High B, A. Wait, Stradale is that the Class S one? I'm not sure. Centenario is S, 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 C, and B. Yep. Nope. I told you. These type of ranks are cursed. So like I said, I suppose that if you want to use this car, it will be more useful in MP1. But as I've said, and I complained a bunch of times about this, MP1 I find a little bit boring, that I can never get back into using my Class C cars, my Class D, Class C, and whatnot. Because if I'm in Gold, if I'm in Platinum, I'm more incentivized to use Class B, Class A, and even low Class S. So why would I bring the Class C? They're at an objective disadvantage. So then maybe you want to have this car for MP2. I think that's where it could do all right. But for that, you will need to quote-unquote MP tune this. By that, I just mean not max it out. I mean, you can take it to the 5 stars if you want, but ideally, you wouldn't want to upgrade it all the way up because, again, reaching a rank of about 3,500 is not good for this level of performance of cars. So I would say probably keep it around like 3,000, 3,100, something like that. And maybe over there it has a little bit of a better chance to fight. Even if it's not going to be performing, obviously, to the maximum potential of the car itself, at least you will be in races that not so often are going to be finding Class S or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong, you're still probably going to be matched from time to time against some of those. But in general, it should be a little bit of a better experience, which is actually kind of what I did with my Renault Sport RS01 over here on my global accounts. On the Switch, I do have it maxed out, 5 stars and fully upgraded except for the epics. But again, for MP2, that poor thing just cannot perform because it's another card that is precisely like a 30-something hundred, and it's terrible. The 30-something hundred rank is the downfall of that rank in MP2 is precisely all of those Class S cars that get matched against high Class C. It's just incomparable, the level of performance. Now, granted, a well-driven Class C car still gonna be able to do some damage, but still, look at this. 2 Bugatti Mistrals at a rank of 3,200. Jesus Christ. That thing goes, what, like 420 or something like that in terms of speed? Jeez. Anyway, Fenner, P1, Regera, Glickenhaus, and an Aventador SV. There you go. And I know what you're thinking, DVT. If you didn't have a skill issue, you will still be able to do much better in the races. That's true. But in my defense, my channel kind of shows the average Joe. Not Joe, the Joe as in the developer, you know, that whole joke and whatnot. No. The average Joe performance. I'm not a fantastic player. I think I'm an okay player. And, you know, being average is kind of good because in this way I get to show you, okay, this is what an average dude can do with this car around here. Because if I was an absolute alien, I would be showing you some amazing races like, look at me defeating all of these dudes and whatnot. But that wouldn't be super reflective of what the average person will be able to do. And granted, while there's truth that showing that level of gameplay is fantastic because it makes people strive for better performance, for them to improve in the game and whatnot, maybe sometimes you just want to see what the average guy can do and see like, oh, so this is what I'm going to be doing too? All right, at least it can kind of defend itself from time to time, type of situation, right? So yes, to some degree, I'm performing a service to the community of the average player. You're welcome. Okay, can I keep the second place? Yes, barely. Jesus Christ. All right, what was I racing there? Again, it's Auckland. I've said that Auckland tends to give me relatively decent results, so that's kind of good. Defeated by a Mistral, but I did beat a Centenario, another Mistral, Egoista, Senna, McMurtry. Nice. And a 650S GT3. All right, look at that. Okay, and this is just gonna show precisely what I'm talking about with the speed. We're in a top speed track in Ghost Slipstream. I'm driving a classic car versus a Triumph Nemesis in a bloody, what is that called? BXR Bailey. Yeah, this isn't gonna go very well, I tell you. But hey, you know what? It's fine. Listen. At the end of the day, this proves the point that this type of car with this level, this rank is not gonna do all that great in this type of races. But like I said, I'm gonna do a multiplayer test later of this car, but in MP1 in my Switch account, where I'm in a lower league, and over there, hopefully that's gonna work a little bit better to show whether or not this car is worth at all your time in the car hunt. As I normally say, if you have the time to do the hunts, to grind a little bit, and why did I have to hit that thing? Damn it, that was my mistake. But anyway, yeah, go for it. You know, try to unlock as many cars as you can with the free time that you have. If you are willing, of course, to spend the time grinding in these things, because like I've said a bunch of times, you never know when Game Love one day will wake up and say like, oh, remember this weird car that we've only made available like once or twice? All right, this is going to be the key car, the key, not as in, it needs a key to unlock, but you know, it's going to be the important piece on a particular event, and this is going to be the what you call it? I don't know, the most important part. But if you're missing it, oh, you don't get to unlock the rest of the event, and you don't get to unlock a very interesting car. I don't know, something like that. You know how this goes. All right, surprisingly, I still got a 4th place. I did come back a little bit there towards the end. But hey, yep. Triumph Nemesis and Bailey Blade, as expected, won the race because those things are ridiculously fast. Triumph Nemesis goes like, what, 430 or something? BXR Blade probably also somewhere well over 400, so yeah. But I did beat, and there was a Gentiaculum, but I did beat a Senna, MC12, a Lycan, and a DB12. So alright, that gives you a little bit of an idea of the car, but if you do want to see me doing a proper test of this car, let me know in the comments. For now, that's where I'm going to leave it. Leave me also in the comments what you think of this upcoming season, which of the car hunts are you going to go for, and which do you think is going to be a waste of time. And if you had to choose between either the GT3 Evo, the Acura NSX GT3 Evo, or this one, the P900, which one would you choose? That's all for now. Thank you for watching. See you next one. Bye-bye.